Alright, Ty, next we're going to go over some PVC stretches. These are just pieces of PVC pipe. You can pick them up at Menards, at Home Depot for about $1. They're just 3/4 inch PVC pipes. They're very, very cheap and a very good tool for stretching and getting ready for workouts. First, we're going to start out with the shoulder pass-through. We're going to go nice wide grip, arms are straight, and have you pass through, pushing that bar away from your head. So start wide, go back and forth, keeping that bar as far away from your body as you can. And do a couple of those, work that grip in a little bit. As long as you can still keep going without straightening those arms out, without bending those arms, excuse me. And just move it in, opening up those shoulders, move it in a little bit more. There you go. So you'll get to a point where it's hard to get through. That's probably too far. So just get to, you just want to keep it so you're feeling a stretch there, you're pushing that bar away, but if you're sitting right here, you can't get it through, you got to do one of these, that's too far. You can also kind of take that a little bit further by doing 1 arm at a time. So you can go right here, as long as those arms stay straight, and then back. You can go both directions with this too. And just kind of get each of the joints one at a time. You can feel it stretch through your lats a little bit when you're going 1 arm at a time. Get those shoulders opened up. Common fault I see with this one is people, when it starts to get tight, they tend to push that butt back to get their head through.
Okay.
So just try to keep everything in line. Get those shoulders really opened up right there. Nice, good posture.
I can see that would be good for people to sit a lot all day long because you tend to punch your
Yep.
shoulders and you go that direction.
Yes, it's really
opening things up nice.
Yeah, it's great. It's great for that. You feel good afterwards too, especially if you just recently done a lot of pull-ups, push-ups, anything.
Which we do here at CrossFit.
Yes, we do
Come
a
join us.
lot of bodyweight movements. All right, we're going to go to a good morning now. And so a good morning, we're just going to drop that bar onto the back. And we just have soft knees, so we're not locking those knees out. And we'll have you just bend over right here. We're going to keep that lumbar active. So try not to round there. Keep it active, down and up. So go ahead and do a couple of those, Ty. There you go. So his back is nice and straight. That's perfect right there. Down and up. You're going to go down so you feel like you're getting a pretty good pull in the hamstrings. And if you feel your back start to round, stop. That's where you want to go. That's your range of motion. Come back up. You can do about 10 of these. So do a couple more, Ty. There you go. Couple faults. Come up and then go back down and do one with the round back. There you go. This is what we see there. So go ahead and pull that back. Those shoulders back, that's where you want to be right there.
So you're trying to keep your eyes up or eyes ahead rather than looking at the ground?
You can look ahead. You don't want to crank that neck back, but just keep everything in line. So you don't want to be rounding the head down. Don't need to be back like this. Just keep it nice and in line right there. So,
Sounds good.
all right, leg swings. You're going to use the stick to balance. If you don't have a stick, you can also just use a wall. It's just going to help you out with balance. So, put the stick right there. We're going to go right here and just try to kick up and then back. So this is really activating the hip flexors and stretching them out, getting those hamstrings stretched out, and just kick forward and back with it using the stick to balance. Couple common faults I see with this one is people tend to kind of do one of these. Chest forward and back. You're not getting much of a stretch there. You're really not even moving the hip that much if you're going forward and back. So keep that as steady as possible. Kick upright and then back. So do a couple of those. And again, this is something you can probably do 10 times each side. That should be sufficient. Then you switch legs, and then we're going to go right into another one. We're going to go across the body. So right here, across the body and then out. Get those adductors and those abductors opened up. There you go. Again, kind of hard to balance. Just use that stick, or you can go with both hands against the wall. It's another way to do these. And so 10 each side on that. All right. The next one is an overhead squat. This one can be somewhat technical, but we're going to have you stand up. Arms above the head. Okay. You should be able to pass through here, and if you come down, good way to measure it is put that right in your hip crease. So if you bend over, it's right there. If you're down too low, that bar will slide down. So if you bend over right here, it's right in your hip crease. Come back up. Another way is just to lift those legs. If that bar stays there, you're good. If it's too low, the bar's going to rise. So that's kind of where you want to be with the grip. So we're going to go arms up, push it away from you. Make sure that bar is above your head. You don't want to put the bar right there. Keep it above your head. And then rotate those armpits out. So rotate them out like that. There you go. Activate the lats, but keep that bar up there. There you go. So that's where we're going to keep that overhead squat. Now, feet slightly turned out, just like that air squat. And we're going to do our best to stay nice and upright. You really feel it pulling down your lats. You've got to pull those shoulders back to stay active. Go ahead, squat down. And then back up. And so Tyler's pretty flexible, or Ty, excuse me, is pretty flexible. If you feel yourself start to bend over, just stop. Just go down as low as you feel comfortable. There you go, not bad. Keeping those arms pushed out away from you.
I really like that because it teaches you to use your whole body together, not just one part of your body. And that's what we're all about when I'm talking about exercises. I always want you guys using your whole body as a unit, not just all these individual parts.
Yep, and that's a great, great lift. It shows you have to have flexibility, you have to have shoulder stability, and you have to have strength. So it's not just one end of the spectrum. It's all put together. So that's a great, great lift. So next is lat stretch. So put the stick right there, and we're going to try to get the head through the arms. We're going to go down there, and we're going to push the hips out to the side and let that bar rotate opposite right there. Hold that for a few seconds, and then just go back. There you go. So keep doing that, Ty. Come back this way, and he's really feeling it pulling down right here through the lats. Make sure you're not just sitting here all lazy. Get that head through the arms. Get a good stretch. And that's a good one to open up the lats there. All right, and that's it for the PVC.